Hello, it's me, and I'm sorry because I really can't sing. My name is Lauren Watkins, and I'm a junior at Round County High School. Since I'm a junior, my life here recently has completely revolved around school and what my plans are after I graduate. Therefore, my knowledge of colleges and all the requirements has grown so much that I basically feel like an expert on it all. Not really. But did you know that the average cost of tuition and fees for the 2015-2016 school year was $32,405 at private colleges, $9,410 for state residents at public universities, and $23,893 for out-of-state residents attending public universities? Wow. So, getting to my point, college. The thing that every student gets urged to pursue regardless of their circumstances. But the one thing that continues to raise issues with that is the cost of college. If it could be more affordable, the amount of participation would increase in general, thus giving more opportunities to some of those who wouldn't have initially had them. The actual action of decreasing the cost wouldn't be that difficult. In a study conducted by Jordan Wiseman, he discovered that, in total, the amount of money spent by the government for student aid could have covered the tuition bill of every student at every public college in the country. That instance right there shows that college being cheaper isn't impossible or that far-fetched. However, there would be some controversy with cutting all student aid since some families rely on that specifically and only want to rely on that. But for the middle-class families, aid doesn't contribute enough to make a difference because they make just enough to not earn that much and too little to not be able to afford it at home. Ideally, the goal would be to cut the student aid funding for some colleges, but not all, to compromise with everyone and still provide opportunities for the students. With that being said, I want to clarify that I'm not saying that some colleges aren't already free. In Tennessee, 2-year colleges are, and President Obama is currently espousing that idea across the nation. And I'm also not saying that all colleges should be free. Here's why. If it were all free, how much would the students actually appreciate it? For example, my parents are forever getting on to me about the upkeep of my car. I don't particularly have the time to do anything special with it, like wash it, so I don't. And this always results in me being told, if you had paid for it, because my grandparents gave it to me as a gift, you would appreciate it more. Or if you had worked for this, then you would take better care of it, etc., etc., etc. My point being that maybe they're right. If I had worked my butt off to buy this car versus being given one, maybe I would care more. And that's really awful to say because I'm very thankful for my car. But I did this in order to put it into perspective. Imagine the college students were me and the car college. Would they appreciate it or would they skip their classes, goof off, and potentially be expelled from there? The art of paying induces the right of responsibility, which is why I don't believe college should be free, merely cheaper so that it teaches it, but isn't so outrageous that attending is unrealistic. Furthermore, think about how many more people would attend college if it did happen to be less expensive. According to the United States Census Bureau in 2014, the college enrollment had decreased for the second year in a row with a cumulative loss of 963,000. What's the main cause of these surprising statistics? The expenses of college. Therefore, we can infer that if the prices were to be lowered, the attendance rate would, hopefully, increase. Of course, there will always be circumstances that prevent some students from going to college. For instance, a teenage mother struggling to just graduate high school. In that case, and similar instances, the cost of college wouldn't affect them right then because they wouldn't be able to attend college right after high school anyways. But the cost of college could impact them later on if they were to try and get a degree when they were older and more capable. In addition to that, if anyone preferred to get a degree online, then the price of that college would still affect them since generally these courses cost $100 to $400 an hour. Essentially, if the costs were to decrease, then the rates of attendance would increase again, along with providing more opportunities for individuals that wouldn't have previously had them. But how can we do the seemingly impossible and lower the cost? I've already mentioned one way, the cutting of student aid that would allow free public college, and I've also shared my thoughts on that. I believe that if the cost could simply be lowered by implementing a plan similar to that, then that would be the most ideal situation. And the way we can do this is simple, just by getting our voices heard. We can advocate it if need be. We can write letters to the Department of Education regarding the ludicrous cost of college. We can do anything that will show our thoughts on this situation. But it needs to be done by not just one person, but by everyone, and everyone needs to play a part, including Just think about how this could affect the nation, how our educational level has the potential to rise and be on par with some of the other nations that are so much more advanced than us. If we could simply lower the cost, then not only would some get the chance to attend public college, but others may be able to afford the private institutions, both of which would alter the nation education-wise. Moreover, the cost of education might not influence everyone directly, but if we can make these adjustments, then everyone will feel the impact that students can have.